Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel, creator of all kinds of stuff, but this video is the weird video. I've never done anything like this, but this is an apology and a retraction for saying that Katie Hobbs was involved in drug cartels, faking votes, all that. I have to clarify this because it's important just for my own integrity. No one's telling me to do this. I don't feel pressure. It's nothing like that. I just think, you can't say just anything about people. And so I deleted the video, again, of my own accord, that said that there was a Katie Hobbs scandal. And now I have to clarify this stuff because I got more information. So that I presented it as if the court was representing it and the court in Arizona was not representing it. And they clarified that. And so we're going to get to this real quick. This is Wendy Rogers of the Arizona Senate GOP. And she tweeted this: for immediate release statement on presentation given by House of Representatives Liz Harris during last week's election meeting. This is going to be seen as throwing Liz Harris under the bus. This is not. I've talked to Liz Harris before, and this kind of stuff happens, okay? You can get ahead of your skis is all. And by getting ahead of skis, I mean you can't make allegations in an election hearing that could be criminal charges. Like this witness said, like there's people on that board who took drug cartel money. So I thought, oh, it's being presented in this case, therefore they must have done their due diligence, and they did not. I don't even want to give them that credit of that benefit of the doubt. I'm not allowed to. It's not my place, really, to invent facts. So let's get to. This is Wendy Rogers' actual announcement on Twitter. Wendy Rogers is a fine Republican lady, and she's just being cautious, okay? She can't let our legal system turn into a place where this kind of stuff happens. There's a proper order of events is all. Statement of presentation given by House Representatives Liz Harris during last week's election meeting. Phoenix, Arizona. As chairman of the Senate Committee on the election, I want to address a concerning issue that came up during February 23rd Senate elections, House Municipal Oversight and Election Joint Meeting. Oh, and I can't go any farther. I owe Katie Hobbs a personal apology, so I'm sorry for putting that out there in public. I deleted the video. If there's anything else that you need for me to make it right, you let me know. And of course, to my audience, don't want to mislead any of you either. Several weeks ago, Representative Liz Harris requested to host an election presentation before the House of Senate. Both chambers agreed, and the presentation took place during the above-mentioned meeting. As part of the presentation, a speaker, invited by Harris, alleged that several public officials had violated criminal law. Okay, and that was the lady that I featured in my video. Any claims as serious as those presented to us should have been immediately turned in to Arizona law enforcement officials and not brought before the legislature. This was not the appropriate venue to discuss what could potentially be criminal activity. And Bennett and some others said as much inside that meeting, by the way, but it was after she made her long presentation. So they didn't properly get ahead of it. And then people like me are disseminating what we see on the Arizona government site. And that's why they have to vet all these witnesses. So that's all. It's a mess. So I'm trying to make it right. To our knowledge, none of the people named had charges filed, have prosecutions pending, nor had any convictions made against them. If any of the allegations presented are in fact true and there's evidence to support these claims, the legislature most certainly is not the proper authority to pursue charges. You know what I mean? Wrong place. We're here to pass laws. The executive is charged with enforcing the laws we pass. In fact, they have a rule on that same panel that they're not allowed to impugn each other's character, period. And so when a witness came out and started saying she was impugning some of the members of that board's character, that they were bought and sold, you can't do that. They have a rule that doesn't even allow that. So they're just following their own etiquette, manners, and law. And this has to do with the main guy that they found her tied to was Thaler is all. And Thaler is, I know that Joe Von Hutton Pulitzer has referenced him before, and lots of guys within this MAGA Arizona movement have talked about this guy. And I don't know enough about it at all to make that kind of a claim. So I was repeating what she said, and I realized I didn't have the facts to at all imply that what she said was true. That's all I can say is it's not enough. And I only want to report to you guys stuff that I know is true. And if I'm guessing things, then usually I'll tell you, hey, I'm speculating here. And this is, or this is a prediction, or this is even an allegation, allegedly. So hope that clear things up. I will clarify this if anything else comes out about it. But, I think, and this is going to be a huge, I learned about it also from Bram Resnick, that Arizona Central guy, who I think I don't like him, but I do follow him to get the news from the other side. So when they make these kinds of a point, I feel like I need to bring it to you guys, and I feel responsible for you guys. So I'm sorry to all of you, and my penance is I have to be more careful in the future. So thank you guys for watching. We'll keep bringing the news in here. I'm Doug in Exile.